Well, if you're out in the market for a compact crossover, there are quite a few choices you have on hand. But there are three obvious choices: the Japanese arch rivals, the Toyota RAV4, the Mazda CX-5, and this, the 2022 Honda CR-V. Well, the CR-V has been around in our market for quite a long time. Anywhere you go out, it's very likely that you'd spot one because that's just how popular they are, and they've been a favorite choice for family SUVs for a really long time. And with every generation, they just perfect that formula even more and more by adding more technology features and just making it a whole better package. Prices start about 96,500 for the base DX, all the way up to 130,900 for this full optioned touring model. And this gets you stuff like the navigation, the 8-speaker sound system, and 8-way power adjustable seats with 4-way lumbar support, and yeah, the list goes on and on. So let's see what it takes for the Honda CR-V. Now, under the hood lies Honda's Earth Dreams engine, the 2.4 litre inline-4, producing about 188 horsepower and 244 Newton meters of torque. Since this is a touring model, it's an all-wheel drive, and so all the four wheels are driven by the CVT transmission. So in the front you get this piano black finished grille over here. You've got the huge Honda logo up front. The color this is finished in is called Obsidian blue, which is a really great color to look at. You've got your projector LED headlamps right here. You've got LED fog lamps here on the bottom, and this bit again has been redesigned for the 2020 facelift, or I'd rather call a refreshed face. Then you've got your radar based systems controlled by this bit. So this is actually the grill, but this bit is actually the sensor. You've got again this chrome lining which goes about the front. So yeah, a generous amount of chrome, and this whole styling has been done really well. So well, on the side profile, it still looks like a CR-V, but much better. The body line's really great. The shoulder line is amazing, and also with this mid-cycle refresh, you've also got this new 18-inch wheels, which are really nice. I like those. And then of course you've got the usual stuff, your keyless entry and go. You've got all that. Unlock the door by pressing your hand on that sensor. You've got LED indicators for the door mirrors. You've got a chrome lining going all around over here. Now, speaking of the rear profile, well, you've got your LED taillights right here with the LED indicators as well, and you have your all-wheel drive badge right here, as this is the full option touring model. And yeah, you bought the touring, not the EX or the DX, so you should stand out, and that's why you have a badge just for that, touring. Now let's have a look at the boot space. So it is an electronic tailgate, so no waving around the rear bumper or anything of that sort. You can just hold this. Now this is quite simple, just hold this like that, and yep. So you've got 497 liters of boot space in this boot. You can further increase the boot space by folding the second row of seats in a 60-40 split, as you can see, and you've also got this luggage divider right there, which they have removed, and putting it back, well, I don't want to put it back. You can remove this latch right here to reveal a full-size spare wheel, which is really great. You don't normally expect that on cars of these price points. How do we close that? I'll figure that out later. You've got a warning triangle right here, warning triangle and tire pressure gauge, so all that stuff is there. And yeah, you can fold on the second row seats by just pulling this lever right here. So there's a lever on each side, which if you pull, you can lower down the second row seats in a 60-40 split, and as you can see, there's loads of boot space. Now coming back to the electric tailgate, it is now height adjustable, so there's a button here, hold to set height, so you can hold it accordingly to where it stops, and then it will set that is a new height. Let's close the tailgate right now. You see, the Honda CR-V's interiors is kind of different from your conventional car, and the first difference being is that this gear lever is mounted much higher, and that's what everyone talks about. some people don't like the look of it, but I think it's an important feature of the CRV because this is something that makes the CRV what it is. See, everything is within hand's reach. The steering wheel, really comfortable. You have your paddle shifters behind to create the virtual ratios for that CVT gearbox. You have your leather wrap steering wheel, great. You have your controls for the cruise control on the right and your media controls on the left. You have a button here which says I. It's known as the information pages, and it takes you through the different pages on the digital instrument cluster, which looks like it came straight out of the Civic. But I mean, it's based on the chassis of the Civic, so no surprise there. But yeah, it's really good. I mean, you can't change the style of it or anything, but it has all the information pages like your distance to empty and your fuel average. We're averaging about 18.4, 17 liters per 100 kilometers. You have your compass. You also have the driver attention level with this teacup and the 4 bars. I mean, everything is where you need it to be. So you have your electronic parking brake, your brake hold feature. So if you're stopped at a traffic light, instead of pressing the brake for the entire duration, you can just put brake hold. So when you stop the car, it holds the EPB, and when you get going, it releases it. Which is another great touch. But then you have your econ button, but if you press that, it's supposed to increase the fuel economy, but it slightly reduces the performance of the AC. This dashboard, oh, that feels real solid, man. You've got this piano black finish that goes on the dashboard with this soft touch plastics with the leather stitching that's mimicked on it. It looks really great. You've got this pseudo wood touch right here. It is finished in matte and looks really good. Well done, Honda. Same trim goes as well here on the center console bit and also on the door cards. You get 8-way power adjustable driver seats with 4-way lumbar support for both the driver and the passenger. You have a Qi wireless charging pad which can be powered on and off. You have 2 USB ports, a 1 amp and 1.5 amp for CarPlay and charging respectively. Then you have your center console box right here, so it can be opened like this. You can slide it forward as an armrest, and it has this extra tray which can be pushed so that you can keep more things inside. So in the center we get a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment screen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and Bluetooth connectivity. It does have inbuilt navigation as well, but the screen is overall not that responsive. It is a bit too laggy, and yeah, the modern Honda infotainment systems keep up with the latest gen touchscreen systems on the market. And well, as for the speakers and the sound system, even on the top touring variant, we do not get any branded speakers. Instead, we get this Honda 8-speaker sound system, and well, it does play audio quite good. The tweeters work exceptionally great, but it would have been nice to see a branded speaker at this price point. Pop it into reverse and you get the multi-angle rear view camera with 3 different views available, and that's quite helpful while parking. So on the safety side, you have ISOFIX child seat mounts, driver, passenger and curtain airbags, anti-lock braking system ABS, it prevents your wheels from locking up under hard braking, EBB or electronic brake booster, it reduces the pressure needed to be applied to the brake pedals for braking by multiplying the force you apply on the brake to a value large enough to push the pistons of your master cylinder. So, what are the back seats like in the CRV? Actually really comfortable. So I have, just make myself comfortable. Yeah, enough underside support. Underside support is great. Taller passengers might want a bit more support, but it's actually really good. This extended part supports the under thigh really well. Enough amount of knee room. Leg room is adequate. I have enough wiggle space for my feet. Headroom is great. You got a handle right here to hold on to. You got the tweeters here at the rear, the same wood trim, all that as the front. You have a bottle holder right here. It can't really hold a 1 liter bottle, but it can just hold a normal standard 500 ml bottle probably. You have 2.5 amp charging ports here in the rear, USB-A. So this car doesn't have any USB-C ports, only USB-A ports. So what are the other important stuff? ISOFIX child seat mounts. Yes, you've got those in the CRV. It's a family car. It's got to have it. You have rear air conditioning right here. No climate control, just air conditioning from the front. You have rear seat pockets right here. And here you do have a foldable armrest as well with 2 cup holders. So that's really great. So if you enjoyed this review, Please hit that subscribe button and comment down below which car you would like to see next on this Drive Terrain channel. Once again, stay safe, have a great day, and goodbye.